Thinking about traveling to Japan? Before you pack your bags, we've got the top 5 things you absolutely should not do to make your trip smoother and more enjoyable. Stick around and make sure you're ready to respect and enjoy this amazing culture. Let's dive in. Welcome to ranDOCS, where we discover cultures around you. Don't talk while you're on the train. When traveling in Japan, one of the key aspects of the local culture you will quickly notice is the emphasis on maintaining harmony and respect in public spaces. This is particularly evident when using public transportation, especially trains. Unlike in many Western countries, you'll probably find it odd to see that no one talks on the train. Understanding the reasons behind this cultural norm will help you navigate Japanese trains more comfortably and respectfully. Japanese trains are often crowded, especially during rush hours in major cities like Tokyo and Osaka. In such confined spaces, maintaining a quiet environment is seen as a way to respect others' personal space, as many commuters cherish this time as a rare moment of tranquility, catching up on sleep, reading, or simply relaxing. Central to Japanese culture is the concept of wa, social harmony. This means avoiding behavior that might inconvenience others. Talking loudly or making phone calls disrupts this harmony, making it uncomfortable for everyone. As a visitor, adapting to this aspect of Japanese train etiquette is pretty straightforward. Keep conversations brief and quiet. If you must talk, keep your voice low and your conversation brief. If possible, save longer discussions for when you are off the train. It's best to avoid making or taking phone calls while on the train. If it's urgent, try to move to a less crowded area or wait until you are off the train. If you are listening to music or watching videos, use headphones and keep the volume low enough that it doesn't leak out and disturb others. Don't walk while eating. In Japan, eating is considered an activity that deserves full attention and respect. Walking while eating is seen as disrespectful to both the food and the people around you. While it's not illegal to do so, it's definitely not a common practice, but an unspoken cultural norm you should be aware of as a tourist. If you visited Japan, you might have noticed something curious. There are almost no public trash cans, yet the streets are impeccably clean. How do they manage this? One reason dates back to a tragic event in 1995, the sarin gas attack in Tokyo that caused 13 deaths and over 6,000 people sustained life-threatening injuries. Bins were then removed as a public safety measure, as the government believed that terrorist weapons could easily be stored in them. Another reason ties directly to the Japanese emphasis on cleanliness. Walking and eating can lead to littering, even if unintentional. By eating in one place, you can manage your trash better and dispose of it properly. So, as a tourist, what should you do? It's simple. Find a spot to sit and enjoy your food. This way, you respect the local customs and help keep the streets clean. Don't poke your chopsticks in rice. Speaking of eating, another unspoken rule is to not poke your chopsticks in your bowl of rice. What we're talking about here is positioning it sticking upwards in the rice bowl. Why is this considered such a big deal? This practice, known as tatebashi, is actually deeply rooted in Japanese culture and traditions. Poking your chopsticks upright into a bowl of rice resembles a ritual performed at funerals. During funerals, a bowl of rice with chopsticks standing upright is placed on the altar as an offering to the deceased. This association makes the act of sticking chopsticks in rice highly inappropriate and disrespectful in everyday dining. And so, next time when you're not using your chopsticks, simply lay them across your bowl or use a chopstick rest. This small act shows respect for the cultural customs and enhances your dining experience. Don't bombard the geishas or maikos for selfies. Kyoto's Gion district is a magical place where tradition and beauty come together. It's also home to the highly skilled artists known as geishas and their apprentices, maikos. Geishas, the traditional entertainers of Kyoto, are highly skilled artists who dedicate years to mastering their craft. They are traditional Japanese female entertainers who are skilled in performing various Japanese arts, such as classical music, dance, and games. Starting as apprentices known as maiko, the entertainers begin their training in their teenage years and learn under the guidance of experienced geishas. You can often see them in traditional tea houses where they entertain guests with their refined skills, grace, and wit. Geishas are also known for their elaborate kimonos, intricate hairstyles, and distinctive white makeup with red and black accents, with each element of their attire deeply symbolic and meticulously crafted. Unfortunately, Some tourists forget that these women are not just part of the scenery. In recent years, there have been reports of tourists behaving like paparazzi, taking photos without consent, and even touching their kimonos. This behavior is not only disrespectful, but also invasive. In response, Kyoto's Gion district has taken a stand where visitors will be banned from entering its picturesque alleyways in the district. Since late 2019, photography has been banned in certain areas to preserve the traditional atmosphere and protect the geishas and maikos from harassment, where violators would face fines of up to 10,000 yen, around $65. Remember, when you visit Gion, keep your distance. If you're lucky enough to see a geisha or maiko, admire them from afar. Your Instagram can wait. Respect and preservation come first. Don't leave a tip. In many parts of the world, tipping is seen as a way to show appreciation for good service. Imagine this. You've just had an amazing meal at a cozy ramen shop in Tokyo. The food was delicious, the service impeccable. Naturally, you want to show your gratitude by leaving a tip. Hold that thought. Unlike many Western countries, tipping in Japan is not a common practice, and it can even be seen as rude. In Japan, excellent service is considered a standard part of the job, and workers take pride in doing their best without expecting extra compensation. Whether you're dining in a restaurant, taking a taxi, or staying in a hotel, the concept of omotenashi, Japanese hospitality, ensures that you receive the highest level of service without the need for tipping. Offering a tip can imply that the service wasn't good enough to begin with, or that the person is in need of extra money, which can be embarrassing for them. Instead, a sincere thank you or a respectful bow is more than enough to show your appreciation. It's a gesture that aligns with the cultural norms and shows your understanding of their customs. So, the next time you enjoy that perfect bowl of ramen or receive exceptional service in Japan, remember, a smile and a heartfelt arigato go a long way. And there you have it. Our top 5 don't do's before traveling to Japan. Whether you're exploring the vibrant streets of Tokyo, admiring the stunning temples, or savoring the delicious cuisine, embracing Japanese culture will make your trip unforgettable. So, as you plan your adventure, keep these tips in mind and get ready for an incredible journey filled with wonder and discovery. Until next time, safe travels and arigatou gozaimashita for watching ranDOCS.